Good evening, everybody. We are live here tonight. It is actually episode 50 of what I'm calling Conversations with Craig. That's at least if I counted correctly. So, thank you. Thank you, Lisa. How are you doing tonight? Decided, kind of brainstormed, and I was just like looking for this, and my wife was just like, Conversations with Craig. I'm like, have you been thinking about it? Like, no. So we're gonna roll with this. We're gonna roll with Conversations with Craig. So welcome to all of you. Believe it or not, this is the 50th episode that I've done in all sorts of shapes and forms over a variety of time frames. Really over the last, I guess, looking back, it's almost 4 months now that we've been doing some form of a live show. So yes, I am well. We have had just a great, fun birthday day. So just a fun birthday day. We had to do a couple of business things this morning, just some email stuff, insurance stuff, all that sort of stuff. But it was a really really fun day. So we will have pictures going up on the Patreon for paid members either tonight if I'm not too tired or tomorrow morning. So anyway, so yeah, I just want to say hi to everybody. We're gonna tonight's gonna be a little more casual because I knew I didn't have a lot of time to prepare today, and I wanted to just be all in on my family and not be distracted by having to do a bunch of research and stuff like that. So we're gonna kind of do a live question and answer regarding anything um, crisis leadership, leading through stressful situations, leading yourself, leading your family, leading your business. Um, you know, how do you change your mindset? So it's kind of just going to be general laid back question and answer session tonight. And I'll kind of I'll reemphasize. I'll spend a little time just kind of going over what we've talked about this week, and we'll do a little bit of a channel update, and then we'll go. So I don't expect tonight to be particularly long, but you never know who's comes in and who's feeling chatty and everything like that. But if you have questions, just go ahead and start posting questions. So I'm going to review for anyone who's missed a couple episodes this week, again, because we got a lot of people who watch on replay or different things like that. So our 4-step process, the lead process of how do you lead yourself, lead your family, lead your business, lead your church, how can you lead people through crisis and stressful situations? And so we've kind of just been talking through this process. This is not going to encompass every last thing that you need to do, but just kind of a basic framework for leading your family, leading people through crisis and stressful situations. One, the L is, and I'll just retype this here, listen actively. Okay, you want to make sure that you are listening to people. You want to make sure that they are being heard. You want to make sure that you affirm that you're not just passing over them and just be like, okay, whatever, sure, you're whatever, you're frustrated. Like you want to hear people, you want to listen to what people have to say. You want to just, it needs to be a space that's safe enough for anyone to come, regardless of their emotions, even if their emotions don't agree with other people's emotions in the group. That emotions are not right or wrong, they just are. How we respond to our emotions can be right or wrong, but what makes one person upset is going to make another person angry, is going to make another person relieved, right? So, um, and you don't want to have a situation where the person who is relieved with something happening is going to dominate the conversation over the person who is frustrated, or that the person who's frustrated determines the action steps, versus the person who's sad, discouraged, right? So you're trying to make sure that everybody has it, and the larger the group we've talked about, the easier it is for people to hide and not really share things. So listen actively. The next thing is empathize sincerely. So now empathizing sincerely doesn't mean that you equally give equal weight to all reactions. That's not what it's saying here. Empathizing sincerely is basically saying, look, you're not abnormal for feeling this way. There are other people in similar situations who have felt this way, and I want to try to help you get to the bottom of where things are at. But it's not validating someone's lash outs. It's not validating mistreating other people as a reaction to things or anything like that. It's just simply saying, look, I'm going to be patient with you. I'm going to be calm with you. I want to hear what you have to say. And, I'm just here for you. And it's this idea, sometimes you're like a judgment free zone. It's not saying that you're going to allow any behavior to exist, but what it's saying is, look, whatever your natural reaction is to this, I've heard you. And you know what? I want to affirm that how you're feeling is not unlike how other people would feel in this situation. Okay. The next step in the LEAD process, the A stands for assess needs. So you got to figure out now the problem solving. We've talked a lot this week that a lot of times people want to just either jump to this assessing needs or directing to people the resources and solutions. They start there instead of starting with listening, hearing, empathizing. Okay, so we don't want to start here. We want to start by hearing what they have to say. So picture it like a doctor. You don't want to diagnose the patient as they walk in the room. You want to hear what they have to say, hear what their symptoms are, and then you start to figure out and work towards the solution. So assess needs. And so you want to figure out, okay, what is it? What is the thing that they need? Does someone just need some time? Right? Sometimes they just need time. Does someone need space? Does someone need love? What do people need? And that's kind of the idea of kind of what's going on. Hey Kat, how's it going? How are you doing tonight? So we're just doing laid back question and answer tonight regarding crisis leadership and different things like that. So so assess needs. Just figure out you need a hug. Yeah. Right? Like, but that's the thing, right? So we have different needs depending on the situations that we're in and different how we're wired and different things. Some people in a crisis situation need a hug. Other people need space, right? And there's not one is not right or wrong. Hey, that's not the issue here. You got a dog for that. Right? But like one's not right or wrong. It's just different people are wired different ways. Some people crave that physical touch, that affirmation of like, hey, like they need to feel loved, like they actually have to feel it. Other people, they just want the space, the time to process, and different things like that. So 100% depending on what it is, but that's why listening to them and empathizing with them brings you to the point of that. And then um, direct to resources and solutions. Okay, this is step 4 of the LEAD process. When direct people to resources and solutions. Okay, and this is all about, this whole process, you got to remain steady through it and you want to work. And resources and solutions can be a bunch of different things. But again, I caution you all deeply when you're trying to lead other people and even yourself, don't jump to conclusions that you know what the solution is before you've really taken the time to process through all this. It was a fun party day. It's been a long day. So don't just jump to this stage. And that's, I think, again, the biggest issue that a lot of people have is we just want to get past this. We want to get through the hurt. We want to get through the grief. We want to get through the frustration, the fear, right? We want to get through all this. And we just want to get to solutions. Um, and so, yeah, I jump all the time, but that's and it's a natural thing to do. And so this is why we just kind of slow the whole process down, listen, empathize, assess, and then we're not saying don't direct to resources and needs, but do it after we've had a good diagnosis. And again, I just remind you, being a doctor, if you walked into the doctor's office and say, all right, you need surgery, we need to remove your arm, and you're like, what? I came here because my toe had fungus on it, right? Like, you'd be like, wait a second, why are you, like, you're diagnosing this before you've heard what I'm saying? Like, hey, and maybe in extreme cases that's a solution, but I kind of don't want to jump to that conclusion until I know that I've been heard and shared everything that I feel is important to share in this situation. So, yeah, so don't jump to conclusion. So anyway, we're just going to kind of do open question and answer for brainstorming. I mean, is there stuff that you think that we're missing in this process? I'm not claiming this process is perfect, but I like it because it becomes people focused first and then solution oriented at the end, only after the focus on people has been taken care of. I'm just drinking water tonight because we had so much. We had ice cream and cupcakes, and oh, it was good. And we also had lots of salty food, so we had good stuff. So there's some pictures coming to all paid Patreon members tomorrow. So tonight or tomorrow, one of those two. So giving you fair warning, hop on that Patreon if you aren't on there yet, and you can even sign up for free for 7 days under the paid program. So I'd love to give you guys all the invite to do that if you're not already a paid Patreon. We're trying to get to 5. That's the channel goal, 5 paid Patreon members. But I'm drinking water tonight, so you can share what you're drinking. This is episode 50 of Conversations with Craig, and we're just doing it as a just kind of open question answer tonight, and we're going to keep working on making sure this space is something that's working for everybody. Or if you got nothing else about crisis leadership and just have other generic questions that kind of tie into the theme of our channel, ask away. If there's not too much else, like I'm tired. It's been a fun day. It's been a busy day. Like you know, we don't have to spend forever, but because I don't have too much, I didn't have the time to plan too much, so I didn't want to do a lot. But let me do this. I'll start with a channel update and kind of some of the basics. So we're gonna roll with Conversations with Craig as the title of this, and I do think we're gonna keep trying to really try to figure out how to nail down the focus of this, and we are going to be shifting time slots eventually here in the next couple of weeks. In the next couple of weeks, we're going to be shifting time slots once school begins. There's also a chance that we will take a week or two off before school starts so I can get reorganized, get planned out. I kind of need to I have some videos I just need to get done. And this time slot would be a great time slot to get it done, because with certain videos, they're just falling further and further behind and out of relevance. And I really don't want all my work to go to waste of all the videoing that I did for it. So we probably will take a break here, probably take a couple week break of the night live stream at least, and then kind of do like a nice relaunch for fall. So that's kind of what I'm leaning towards, because I'm all about this being sustainable. I do not want this, like I said last night, I don't want this to be a firework that just burns really bright but then goes dark really quick. I want it to be just a steady torch, a steady light, a guide for people, a place for people to come, and I like the generic no, I don't know how to phrase it, but basically the no agenda, kind of talk about whatever when I'm doing delivery work. So I like that, and that seems to be resonating with a lot of people too. And I think there's going to be some more people that will gravitate towards that. I want to figure out how to better create this as something that will both work live, but then also um, play really well. And I know there's some stuff I can do like after recording. I can be like, okay, the first 15 minutes is the content, and then the next 30 minutes is discussion or whatever. So I'm working on trying to figure out some of these things, and I just really want to nail it down. I think the earlier time slot will help for some people. It might hurt for some of our West Coast people, and I get that, but I'm going to be waking up in the 5:30 to 6:30 range, so I'm going early bird once the kids are in school, and so because I want to be up with them, because my time with them will be a little more limited. Benefit is I will have a little more time to myself for working through videos and accomplishing other projects. But the negative is it's less time with them. So I want to make sure I'm seeing them every morning, and available as much as possible to see them when they come home at the end of the day. So good evening, Presley. How are you doing? We're just kind of doing general question and answer about crisis leadership. So if you've got any questions, feel free to hop on in. We're not going to hang out super long. I'm just kind of giving a channel update. So in terms of our 3,000 watch hours, we are currently at 1875, which means we need 1,125 watch hours. Our goal is 100 watch hours a week for now the next 11 weeks, I believe it is. And so if we do that, that brings us roughly to the end of September, hitting our 3,000 watch hour goal, and we continue on from there. Gives us another 10 weeks, which brings us basically by the end of December, we'll be fully monetized on YouTube within a year, which is, I'm happy with that. I have no idea if that's too fast or too slow. I would venture to say most channels don't make it in a year. Some make it huger than that, but I bet you there's a lot more that fail in monetization in a year than succeed. So if we can hit that, that's definitely a goal. So I'll just post our channel goals here. So channel goals right now. Can I do this? Okay. I don't know how it's going to show up. Let's see how it shows up on multiple. All right. 3,000 watch hours. Can't even type. Can't even type at all. 11:25 to go. 5 paid Patreons. 3 to go. How is this going to look? Is that going to, we'll see if this comes up. I don't think this is going to come up right. No, it doesn't come up right, but you get it. That's just for everybody. Those are the 2 channel goals that we have right now. So we appreciate you helping out in any way with this, whether it's your watch hours, whether it is you're wanting to come, and you can also be a free Patreon as well. If you want to check out, it's limited access. It's not access to everything, but it is access to certain things. So you can kind of check that out, but I do much more content for the paid patrons. So those are the 2 channel goals that we really have going right now. That's what we're going to focus on. That's really about it. I don't have too much else. I would love to hear ideas from you about topics that you would love covered. Love to hear, would you like to have slightly better research, but only a couple of times a week? Would this be better? So I just, definitely hear from you. If you don't feel comfortable commenting on here, or you're watching this on replay and you're worried I won't see your comments, you can email a Side of Hustle channel at gmail.com. Okay, I'll put that up on the screen for everybody as well. So you can just email me. I check it at least twice a day. So I check it when I wake up in the morning and before I go to bed. All right. So those 2 times I'm checking it. So you can send prayer requests, questions, ideas, video ideas, and anything that you have going on with that. So, that's basically it. So if anybody has anything else, let me know. I appreciate it. It's going to be probably pretty short tonight if nobody has questions or things to talk about. But I'm looking forward to seeing kind of this next phase. And I think with this school year coming, And I know for some of you that sounds weird because school doesn't start till like after Labor Day in some places, but here I think it's like the 12th of August. Let me see if that makes sense. Yeah, I think it's like August 12th that we go back. And my wife actually goes back for teacher in service the week before. So basically, after this week, I have 2 weeks of no school, and then life gets super busy again. So um, so I want to kind of this is like my last chance to kind of pause because I want to hit things running. I want to figure out. I think I want to like schedule these streams out way further in advance, like maybe do the whole week's worth. I'm leaning towards maybe doing a couple less streams a week of this, and maybe picking a topic, like kind of a theme. That's kind of more one night. I think this series thing is, I don't know if it's playing as well for people as we like. So, yeah, summers get short. I mean, we do have really nice Christmas break. We get like the full 2 week Christmas break, no matter when it falls. And we do get done relatively early, like mid-May. So, um, but yeah, like it is different. It's different to do that. Um, so yeah, so I'm really just leaning towards a variety of different things and trying to make sure that the content that I'm creating here is also good for replay because the live ride-alongs, they're fun and they're great for talking to people, but they don't really replay well from what I can see because like if you're not there, you're just not there. But those I think I can recut into long form videos. I can turn a 6 hour ride along into a 10-minute video, and I think there is a promise for that there. So I have just lots of ideas, which is why I just think we're going to do this. So I am leaning towards this. I'll just kind of declare it now because I think this is the best. This is the best plan here. Tomorrow is Thursday. We will do just a full Ask Me Anything. And I'll probably post it tonight. We'll just do a full Ask Me Anything about side hustles, and we'll kind of do that. I'll put up a fresh thumbnail. That'll be our episode 51. And then I think we're gonna take a 2 week break and then come back the first full week of August is the plan. Now I'll still do some ride along stuff in the meantime, but I need the rest. I think I also want to take advantage of trying to do a little more later night deliveries, and so maybe some of that'll just be there. So I think that's going to be the plan because I've just been kind of sustainability, and I might as well take a couple weeks to get everything organized. And I'm just a big fan of when there's a time to reboot, which is like the start of the school year, to really take advantage of that. So I want to give the best for you guys, and I think I need a couple weeks of just clarity and getting caught up, and then we're just gonna hit it hard. And I've got so much stuff that I want to get going and rolling between now and Christmas, and really be launching us into the new year. I mean, I've got goals. I've got big goals for this channel and big hopes for this channel. I even had a dream last night that we had like our first meetup. And it's really funny because I don't even know what all of you look like, but in my dream, you all had faces and everything like that. And it was like, I just had this dream, like we had this like cool meetup thing. Like, I don't know what that means, but it was a fun dream. And so I just want to, I want to keep this going. And I think the best thing is like do like a 2 week break now, and we'll probably take like a 2 week break around Christmas time, and then we'll do that. And then I mean I can do some pre-recorded. I was learning about there's a way that I can do some pre-recorded stuff. I can do pre-recorded but still launches live, which is kind of a cool thing. Yeah, you had a face in my dream. Like it was just really weird. It was like this get together. I think we were all like at a Starbucks, and I was just like buying everybody. I was just like, get whatever you want, and like we were just all hanging out. And it was like maybe it was just a picture of what I feel like these hangouts were. But I was like, I always think it's weird when like people show up in your dreams for the first time because it obviously means something. I remember like the first times my kids showed up in my dreams, like that was so weird because they'd never been in my dreams before, and then they just now exist in them. And now I get random dreams with my kids, and now you guys are part of the random dreams that I get. So I it looked like a stud. It was you. You guys are hilarious. So I yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, and I really like the direction, but I really want to hammer this down. So please, please, please send me like topics that you want covered. But I mean, give me a thumbs up if you really like this idea that maybe the series maybe get a little too dragged out, and it'd be better to just do more like an individual topic for a night. And then if we want to revisit it, or maybe we have like certain nights have certain themes. Like I thought that would be kind of fun too. Okay, that's what I'm feeling too, and it's like, but that's what we do. Like we try stuff, we see what works, because that's the vibe I'm getting, is that it's like it's just it's too much. Like even if I do a series in long form video, I'm probably only going to release like one a week in that series. And I've been looking at what other content creators do, right? Like I'm trying to look at people who have grown channels, even in different niches, but just grown channels. Good, and I appreciate it. Like I don't take like any of this stuff. And I mean, we had a guy who came in, I think it was last week, and just saying like the channel's kind of boring now, and like I'm not going to change my channel because one person says it's boring, but I'm just kind of watching, listening to replays, and some of the things feel just like it's a little too repetitive. And like if we're going to talk about crisis leadership, it might be better to talk about it once a week for 3 or 4 different weeks in a row, and just be like, okay, this is what we're going to talk about. So I was like, so if we had different nights where there was like different expectations. So this is just an example. This isn't planned out, but and this is why I value it. So this is kind of what I want to. I guess this is kind of where my heart is at anyway tonight. But it'd be like, okay, if Sunday night we do like a Bible study, right? Like for example, this is not like set in stone, but Sunday night is like a Bible study. And if everybody knows Sunday night is Bible study night, anyone who wants to do Bible study does Bible study. Anyone who doesn't can avoid it. And maybe we do Bible study and we do prayer, and we kind of do that, okay? And then that might maybe becomes a thing. And then maybe I try to bring on one person a week to do an interview. And maybe it's pre-recorded, maybe it's live. But I do an interview, you guys comment, and we can take a couple of questions, something like that. Okay. And then maybe another day of the week, we just focus solely on food delivery. Okay. And then another day we focus solely on e-commerce. And then, you know what I mean? Maybe something like that would work better. And I'm not going to know till we try, but I even just in trying to piece everything together, sometimes it does feel a little repetitive to me, and I'd rather have a better rotation, and give people the chance to move in and out to whatever things that we want. I mean, we could even just do like a serve, a learn, a grow, and adapt. You could just do like 4 different things. So I don't know. I haven't figured it all out, but that's why I want to take a break, because it's like 50 live episodes. I mean, I know it's not technically a podcast, but realizing today when I was counting it up, I was thinking it was going to be like 25 or 30. We have 50 live episodes. There are I think I've heard most podcasts don't ever make it to 10, because people quit. But then most don't hit it big until they're over 100. So we're like right in the in between, where it's like, okay, you know what? Now's the time to buckle down, get serious, really hone in on what we want to do, how often we want to do it, what's the best way to make the best possible set of content that will help people today, but also be relevant for weeks, months, and hopefully even years to come. So that way, as people are coming in new, do that, and then taking enough time then to maybe recut, because I think what I want to do is do a long form, then cut it, either chop the beginning and end off a little bit and just do the main thing, or just re-download the whole thing and just cut it, or even just re-record it and then put it as the thing. So there's a lot of stuff I want to do, but right now I think I just need that break for a couple weeks, figure out, okay, what's the sustainable model going through into fourth quarter, because in fourth quarter I want to be doing more eBay, I want to be doing more Amazon. So how is that going to fit in while I'm still doing food delivery, while I'm still doing live ride-alongs, while I'm still doing conversations with Craig and everything, like piecing all those things together and doing that. So Anyway, if anybody else has any other feedback, please do. And like I said, you can also email it to me. Like, I don't take offense to this stuff. I'm way too old to care about taking offense to things like this. I want this to be the best possible place we can be, to come together, to ask questions, to help each other, to support each other. And I just feel like with the live ride along strength, like that's been really strong and continuing to grow the channel. And even some of these newer videos that I've been posting up have just brought new eyes to the channel. I mean, we've had just kind of a nice steady stream. I want to just see if I can show you guys here. You know, we've been pretty consistent. I mean, we have good days, we have bad days, but in like the last 90 days, with everything that we're doing, um, you know, we're up 90 days, we're up 213 subscribers. I mean, that's basically 33% of our channel. So we've had 50% growth. Technically, that's down a little bit, but I mean, we've been pulling in, yeah, live ride-alongs have been pulling in new subscribers. These live shows, like it's been a combination. But the vertical, when I'm not doing this, brings in way more new subscribers. So how I do the ride-alongs brings in way more new subscribers because it's just easier for people to randomly stumble across. When it's horizontal like this is the place where the regulars tend to come on a regular basis. And so I think I need to have different streams, and I think there is a benefit to doing vertical live streams even from home, even when it's not a ride along, and just be like, I think that's where Ask Me Anythings would do really, really well. I think like if we just didn't, if I, and I like this StreamYard software, but I have 20 hours on the free plan a month. So if I can figure out how to make that 20 hours last for a whole month so I don't have to pay for it. And I think the way to do it is, you know, an Ask Me Anything about whatever side hustles on a live stream on the vertical, you know, once a week. That's going to help the channel. It's going to bring new people in so we can answer questions and help people. Because I know that's how a lot of you guys found this in the first place, is either through a ride along or other things. Yeah, exactly. Like, and it's both. Like, I want both. I just have to figure out, okay, what's the pattern? And if we just know there's an Ask Me Anything that's going to be about this. If we just do, or we just say like a 4-week rotation, right? Like week 1, let's just say it's Monday nights. Monday nights is Ask Me Anything about food delivery. You know, the next week is Ask Me Anything about e-commerce. Next is Ask Me Anything about affiliate network marketing. And then the next week is Ask Me Anything about YouTube. And then we just rotate that. Boom. It's like 4 weeks. And then Ask Me Anything. Like the off the cuff is good. Like, cause it's minimal planning and everything like that. It brings in new people, which is why that thing. Yeah, exactly. So I want to just do this. So what I need is, and instead, this is what I realized, instead of doing a week of shows on time management for you guys, which maybe would be helpful, I need to just spend a week or 2 weeks of just actually setting up my schedule. So I'm not disappearing. In fact, I think you'd probably expect to see a handful of new long form videos come out, and I'll still do a handful of ride alongs and stuff like that. But like, we picked up people like, I mean, our like Slurpee Day ride along, we picked up new subscribers. So I want to just keep pushing into what's working the best, and then still invest in the things that I have long-term hopes for, and pair it all together. So I appreciate you guys, appreciate the feedback. And like, if you have more thoughts, like I said, please email me. All right. So channel goals, I'm putting them back up. And this is just like, it just says channel. And I know not everybody can do everything, and that's totally cool. I don't love you more if you do something, or hate you if you don't do anything. That's not what this is about. Just goals, things that you can consider, think about, whatever. We're working towards 3,000 watch hours. We have 1,125 to go. Remember, it's a 5-day lag. So we might actually be under 1,100 to go at this point, and trying to get 5 paid Patreons. We have 3 to go. And so we're just kind of working in that direction. Um, so if you can help in those areas, great. If not, your likes, your comments, your subscribes, all those things are things that matter. Um, like honestly, yeah, like anytime you can just comment on a video or any of those things, it feeds the YouTube algorithm because it tells YouTube, hey, this is a video that people are interacting with, and so that's the point. So tomorrow night is going to be, this is what we're going to do. All right, tomorrow night it's going to be a vertical Ask Me Anything, and we're just going to open it up to everything. I mean, I'm not going to answer the, profane and, dumb questions, but you know what I'm saying. We'll just do an Ask Me Anything vertical live stream, and we'll do that. And then I'm going to take a couple week break to refocus, get some old videos done that I just need to get done, get caught up, and with looking for a relaunch with whatever the new schedule is going to be. It'll definitely be earlier, and I don't know if it'll be 5 nights a week on this. In fact, what we might do is we might exchange a couple of these shows for live nighttime ride-alongs, because people seem to like that and enjoy that, and I know that works for some people a little bit better as well. So that's what we're going to do. All right, and we're still going to keep this conversations with Craig. We'll figure out which type of shows it's gonna be or whatever, and but that's what we're gonna do, because I am super excited about what's going on this channel, what God's doing here, what God's doing in my life. They have to be depends on how you define the word mature questions. I know when I go vertical, there's a lot of people who try to get you to say things. Have you experienced that, Lisa? Like when you go vertical, people try to. I'm like, I don't know you, and if I hear the word D's or nuts in a question, I know not to say it out loud on stream. So anyway, that's what I got. I'm tired. I'm done. So that's the plan. Ask Me Anything on a vertical tomorrow, and like my 20 hours are basically up on this for the month anyway. I think they reset on the 19th, so we're gonna do a vertical, and like I'm really excited because like I know me, when I get like a 2-week break from something, I come back, I'm stoked, I'm on fire, I'm ready to go. And it doesn't mean it'll be like a complete break, but I think from these shows, we have 50 shows under our belt. That's great. And then we're going to figure out how to knock out 50 more and then maybe 500 more after that. So anybody have anything else? We'll still close in prayer tonight because we're not changing anything between now and tomorrow. But we'll just kind of do that. You guys have seen everything where things are at. Paid Patreons, you're gonna get pictures from our birthday day today. So there's some fun pictures, and I didn't take pictures of a lot, but we got pictures of food, and that's the best part. I'm gonna just pray, and we're gonna be done for the night, and then Eli will come on and comment that he was just about to come on like he did last night. All right, dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you for today. Thank you for celebrations. Thank you for life. We thank you for family. We thank you for community, and we thank you for people that just supporting this channel, helping it grow in so many different ways. Father, I'm just thankful for this community that we have. We just pray that you would just inspire me, inspire this channel, inspire the reach of this channel, that you would just help me to make videos that will help people. Father, pray that we would all together collectively help people that you bring the way of this chat, this stream, this channel. Father, and that as we go out this weekend and do deliveries, that we would just do it in the absolute best way that we can for you as well. And we just thank you for all this. We pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. You guys are all awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate all your feedback. And I'm looking forward to what is to come. So thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow night on a vertical live stream, 10 p.m. Eastern, the last one before we take a 2-week break. So, and I'll try to get that posted a little bit earlier as well. You guys are all awesome. Thank you. Have a great night.